and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to show you how I created this Christmas garland. I really wanted a Christmas garland, but all the ones that I found were really expensive. So I decided to buy my own supplies and just create my own. In this video I'm going to show you all the things that you need and how you can create your own Christmas garland for under £20, as well as decorating my room ready for Christmas. So if you want to see how I created this garland, then please keep on watching.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my...
So this garland I actually got off Amazon, and this is actually a 9-foot garland. However, what I've done is doubled it over to create one thick garland. I didn't need a 9-foot garland, so I just folded it in half to create a fuller one. All the decorations that I use in this video are either from B&M, Home Bargains or The Range. And you're also going to need some wire or string to attach the decorations to. All the decorations are obviously optional and dependent on your colour scheme, but here's the ones that I use as well as some added extras. So I just started off by pulling out all of the branches to make the garland look nice and full. As I mentioned earlier, I did double this up, so as you can see it comes apart and it is a 9-foot long one. I don't think this garland would be very full if you just purchase this one and had it as the 9-foot long. However, you could purchase 2 of these and tie them together if you did need a longer one, and I still think that it's more inexpensive than some of the ones I've seen online. So just pulling those branches out to make it look nice and full. I really wanted a snow tipped one. I love the extra bit of white on the garland as well. So once I'd pulled all those branches apart, then I just needed to secure them together. As I mentioned, it is one long one that's just doubled over, and I just wanted to make sure that it didn't come apart. So I just took some wire and wrapped this around as tight as I possibly could to secure the 2 of them together, and this is not going anywhere. These are definitely not going to separate. I put about 4 lots of wire down the whole garland just to make sure that all of it was nice and secure. Then once I've done that, it's now time for the exciting bit, adding lights. So I'm starting off with lights the same that you would a Christmas tree, just to get those on. These are battery powered lights from The Range. They were only £3.99 and they were the perfect length for this garland. They literally went from end to end perfectly. The only thing I would say is I probably would, if I could do this again, buy 2 of these lights just to give it a little bit more extra sparkle, but 1 of them is plenty. I'm probably just being a little bit extra. And this is what it looks like with the lights on, and now it is ready for adding some more decoration. So first I'm going to add some ribbon. I literally got this ribbon off of eBay and it was really inexpensive. I looked in the shops for ages for one, but I just couldn't find a plain white one. So what I'm doing just to make sure the ribbon is nice and secure to the garland is just folding over the end of the ribbon and making a little slit in it to create a little hole. And in this hole I'm going to feed through some wire and I'm going to secure it to the garland again, just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. So once I'd put it through, I just attached it to the branch and again wrapped the wire around as much as I possibly could to make sure that it's nice and secure. I started off at the top and made sure it was secure, then wrapped the rest of the ribbon around and secured it at the end. So as you can see, this ribbon is not going anywhere and it is nice and secure to the garland. And I just concentrated this ribbon mainly on the top of the garland because you're not going to see the bottom, and I just tried to feed it through and make the most of the ribbon as I possibly could. So this is what it looks like with the ribbon now attached. I think that it adds just a nice little bit of extra something to it. So now it is ready for adding the baubles, and I love how it's looking already. Even without the decorations, it just feels super Christmassy. So for attaching the baubles, I use the ribbon mainly what comes on the baubles anyway. As I mentioned earlier, I did have wire and string, but I just thought I might as well use the ribbon that is already attached to the baubles. This garland could actually cost you less than £15 if you do already have some baubles in your stock. So I don't have any. I didn't have any baubles at all, so I had to go out and buy pretty much everything that I had except for a couple of white ones that I already had. So I'm just opening up the ribbon that's on there and attaching it to the branches. Literally just tighten it as many times as I could to make sure it's nice and secure. Try and do this more than once when you are attaching them, just to make sure they're not going to go anywhere. For the bigger baubles, I used the wire just to make sure that they were attached. I didn't think the ribbon that came with them would stay on the garland for very long. So I just repeated that throughout, and I started off with white. I did it in stages. I just wanted to add most of the white baubles, then the gold baubles, and then adding the bigger decorations towards the end, and then filling it with any small baubles that I had towards the end of it. With the wire, just make sure that you are wrapping it around the branch as tight as you possibly can, so you're not going to hurt your fingers when you're picking this up. So now just add in the gold baubles on just the same way. Make sure they're nice and spread out, just like a Christmas tree. It's really not that complicated. Just tying them onto the branch, keep having a look, standing back from it, and making sure you've got a good mixture of white and gold, and that you've not got too many of the same colour next to each other.
We forgot what you came for, and in the coffee shop just next door, we talked for hours.
And now for the bigger decorations. So I got a couple of these reindeer decorations from Home Bargains. They were literally 79p. I got a gold one and a white one. I also have a snowflake and some big bows to add on. Adding some bigger ones on is obviously going to reduce the amount of baubles that you need to use. If you do have any lying around, then great, get them on if they fit in with your colour scheme. I really wanted white and gold colour scheme for me. It matches perfectly with my room, and that's just the vibe that I wanted to go for. I really feel like these kind of decorations just add a lot more character to them rather than just using the plain baubles.
It's gonna be you and me, decorating the tree from this Christmas sun.
And then I also picked up these little pine cones, and these were from B&M. These came in a big tub. There was quite a lot in here, and I'm glad that I got these. I feel like it added a nice bit of texture and a little bit of nature to the garland, so that it wasn't all just baubles and decorations. I'm so glad that I got these, and again, they were really, really inexpensive. You can get these in quite a lot of places, but I'm glad that I got the white ones. I feel like it really complements the colour scheme. And then at the end, I added some small baubles just to fill any little gaps that I felt like needed filling, to make it look a little bit fuller and very Christmassy. And then finally I went in with these gold bows. So these actually came in a pack of 3, but one of them broke. So I just put one on the left hand side of the garland and one on the right hand side. I attached these with wire around the branch and then put them as tight as possible to make sure that they're not going anywhere. Having the 2 on either end just actually looks perfect, and I didn't need the 3rd one anyway. And now I'm just adding some scent. So these are cinnamon scented sticks, and I got these from the range. If you are unable to find these, because I didn't have these a couple of times when I went in, you can actually buy cinnamon sticks from the supermarket in the baking aisle. They come in a little tub the same as this, and it's literally just the same thing. It's just natural cinnamon, and you can tie it onto the garland with some ribbon or wire. I attached them with wire and then went over the top of them with some ribbon that I had left over so that it hid the wire. I wanted the cinnamon sticks on show because I love how it looks, and this is what it looks like.
Jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop.
Now it's time to take it upstairs and put it in place. So this is going to live in front of the TV in my bedroom. So I just really carefully took it upstairs. I obviously got glitter everywhere. There's no way you can't get glitter everywhere on the way up, and just had a play around with it. Once it was in place, I noticed some little gaps that I wanted to fill and some things I wanted to move around. And then I just started bending it into place so that it's nice and secure on the drawers. This right-hand side actually was raised, so I just bent it all the way up, then all the way back down. The wire in the garland is movable, so we are able to adjust it as to whatever you need. And then this is how it looks from looking at the TV. I think that this looks so cute. I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. It's better than I could have imagined, and I've saved myself a fortune by creating it myself.
From this Christmas sun.
And then now time to get it feeling nice and Christmassy. I'm lighting the White Company fireside candle, and it just adds just a little bit of extra. I'm probably not going to keep it too close to the garland like this. It's making me a bit nervous. Fire hazard. And now for the rest of my room. So I've literally just got a couple of little bits to make it feel more Christmassy. So I'm just putting down this reindeer, and I got this from Home Bargains. I love this so much. And I also got this tea light holder and these glitter tea lights from B&M. These don't really smell of anything, but they look really cute and really Christmassy. And then my gingerbread house mug from Asda. I love this so much. Just feel like it's literally just the most Christmassy thing ever. And then lighting my gingerbread candle from Home Bargains. This is my favourite candle at the minute. This scent is so strong on this one. I've also popped these little name tags in front. I actually got these for stockings that I've ordered, but they've not arrived yet. So I got these off Etsy. I'll link them down below. The stockings are going to go here on my drawers when they do arrive, and I'll attach the name tags, but for now I've just placed them here. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. There'll be plenty more Christmas content coming over the next few weeks. Thank you.